Hey, how you doing? This is Michael Chittum. I had a news story I thought that in someone taking 5 minutes could hear what that story is and maybe determine whether it's newsworthy or not. Michael Chittum, that's Chittum. Um, yeah, I think my best phone number would be, just a second, let me open up this book. That's 704-707-5917. Okay, it has been reported that Joseph Kennedy has been notified by one of his daddy's best friends that he should be going to see Donald Trump and putting in his name for ambassador to Russia, and at the same time be putting in Caroline Kennedy's name for ambassador to China because of who they are and what has transpired in this country and what respect that the Russians and the Chinese have for the Kennedys, and how much respect and the knowledge that Donald Trump would have, knowing that this would be a very right move on his part and for the American people's part. The only problem is Donald Trump will not do this unless Joseph Kennedy actually goes and sees him and lets him know that his daddy's best friend has advised him to do this, and yes, he is interested in doing this. I've given the message has been given to his office over a week ago, and it's been given to him again today through one individual that was answering the phone, and also on his secretary's voicemail system. So now you have been, because of who you guys are, and the fact that your contact page on the internet is so easily accessible with the phone numbers of your different parts in your newspaper and this and that, that we felt that you should be alerted to this news story also, and that if you got in touch with Joseph about it, he would find out whether his secretary was being very honorable by letting him know of the message, or whether that she is not letting him know that his daddy's best friend, Michael Chittum, has contacted him several times, and he has yet gotten a call back from Joseph. So, there's the story. Well, I could actually reverse this this camcordering, and let you hear the message that was left to both his secretary and to the individual that was using his phone. I camcorder all my messages. That's with, just even with you. You're being camcorded right now, and if you want that recording, there's no problem with you asking for it and everything. If you want to go to court to keep me from showing it to anybody, okay, but I'm not showing it to anybody. I'm just letting you know and proving that I do document everything that I do, so that in the end, if anybody says anything, then okay. But like I said, if your newspaper did not want me to show this or have anybody listen to it, I have no problem with that. I'm a very honorable individual, and I just really feel that my message is not getting to Joseph Kennedy, and the next best thing is to go to somebody that understands what I just said, the significance of Joseph Kennedy becoming ambassador to Russia, and the significance of Caroline Kennedy becoming ambassador of China would really be the greatest detente that Donald Trump or the American people could ever do. If so like I said, That is correct. She now has experience and has been in the Orient, and she will be losing this job as soon as Obama leaves, I believe, and that she would be a perfect example. But the whole thing is, you know, people are a little upset about what Donald Trump has said and this and that, and the Chinese are wondering what's going on with what he said, and the Russians, and this would just smooth all the feathers out and start a whole new playing field, a whole new foundation. I kind of know Trump. I am the best friend of Frank G. Wisner Jr. because I was the best friend of his dad, Frank G. Wisner, the director of the plans. Now, Frank G. Wisner Jr. will, with the right come on and this and that, will verify that he does know me. And remember, Frank G. Wisner Jr. was the one that told Obama and Clinton that they must keep Mubarak in power in Egypt. And they almost blew the whole thing, and the generals in Egypt realized that they were going to be killed and assassinated and that they were going to lose their country, so they went in and took it away from Morsi or whatever his name was, you know. So, you know, I'm that deep. I'm not real sure. I haven't kept up with that, to tell you the truth. All I recall is that he married the ex, right, that he, I think that he married the ex-wife of the old French president. I think they got divorced. You know, I don't keep up with Frank G. Wisner that much or anything. Yeah, his dad and I were good friends. In fact, this is how his son came to know me. See, I'll spill it, and this might drop the story altogether. I can prove that I'm a psychic, and I can prove that Frank G. Wisner and I worked together during right before the Kennedy administration and after although you will find out Frank G. Wisner had a nervous breakdown in '58 and everything. That was not exactly the case. You'll find out that Frank G. Wisner committed suicide. No, he was murdered. I'm sorry. Now, I can, on a polygraph, under hypnotism, and this and that and everything, prove beyond any shadow of doubt, and also bring witnesses to my favor and everything of who I am and this and that. I was personal friends with Bobby Kennedy. I was exceptionally good friends with JFK. You know, I could give you guys a whole story. I'm just letting you know that I right, and this is what I'm trying to say to you is that no, sir, I live in North Carolina. I live in Boone, North Carolina. I have a sacred mountain down here. I'm called Grandfather Mountain. I just can't get away from it. You know, it's just that way that somehow over the years I've become what I say too religious. I was not that religious when I knew JFK and Bobby Kennedy. I was just a good friend of theirs, a very good friend because of how JFK and I met each other when I was 3+ years old. What transpired in that meeting with him kind of made him and I have a certain amount of fate together and everything. So I think that this one basic story, if you guys, you toss it to your editors and go, yeah, this could be a very interesting. This could really smooth over feathers. This could really start our situation with America and Russia and China on a very good note. And I think somebody in your organization would understand that. I think you understand it. And I think that this is right. And that's right. And you've got my phone number and my name, and like I said, you're being camcordered right now. If you want me to make a copy of this and send it to you all, no problem. Just give me a call. Remember, it's a cell phone. I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you a phone number, a personal phone number that I don't give out or anything. That's 820-820-8255. 728-355-4556. It's a landline. It's got an answering machine. You leave it on there, and I will always be able to get back to you. The other phone, somehow I may not get back to you accidentally, but this one, this other phone, is a major phone. And I appreciate, like I said, you guys in news media, you're the right size newspaper as far as I'm concerned. And you, like I said, I'm looking at your page here that gives me all the phone numbers for editor-in-chief, home delivery, on-service support, all that. And most of the newspapers are not easily as accessible as your newspaper. So I appreciate the whole format that you guys have done, and I'm hoping I can help get Joseph Kennedy into the position and the American people into a very strong political position. That's my purpose of calling you guys. And I really appreciate you taking. No, I have not. You are the first on my list. I sent two tapes concerning to 60 Minutes and two tapes, DVDs, to Joseph Kennedy a couple weeks ago on certain issues, but I did not include the fact that I was wanting to suggest that Donald Trump would be very well pleased with the fact that Caroline and Joseph Kennedy would want to be ambassadors to these countries. He would be very tickled pink. So it's probably up to you to get in touch with the Kennedys, letting them know. Exactly. Right. Fantastic. No, and I appreciate you taking the time of taking my phone call and at least riding through this conversation so that you will know that someone is still really interested in the Kennedys still having a political career on planet Earth. Okay. Okay, thank you. You also. Be good. Bye-bye.